been going around. I don't really care for it. This player is still playing, but there was a big stink about it. So LeBron James did an interview with Kenny Smith, and he said that after he booked Golden State, he considers himself the greatest of all time. Does anybody have a problem with that he said it? Because every news station is like, it's Jordan, but this is my thing. Jordan says that Jordan doesn't even call himself the greatest of all time. He says that he's the greatest from his era. To each his own. I think LeBron is just saying like, hey, you get to a certain point, Kobe is like, I'm the greatest player. That's just how a player's mentality is. I don't think anything is wrong with it.
No.
Just how
wouldn't it kind of be a bigger story if he was like, no, I'm not the greatest of all time?
Yeah. Yes. Like
it's one of those things. It's like, what do you expect him to say?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like Kobe was on a late night show and it was like, who's greater? You, LeBron's like, I don't want to say it. Okay. Me, Jordan, and LeBron. Kobe's not going to defer to anybody else. He's going to say, I'm the greatest. That's how it is. Now, Shaq is different. Shaq's more humble. Shaq says, Bill Russell, Wilt, Kareem. He says Bill Russell, Wilt, Kareem.
Might even say George Mikan or something.
He might say George. That's better than him. But that's Shaq. That's how Shaq's been saying that. He doesn't do it. But I don't find a problem with it. But, no. Craig, you have a problem with it? Oh, go ahead, Corey.
I was just saying, like, the way LeBron's been micromanaged isn't the word, but the way he's been put under the microscope and criticized his entire career, had he not said that, he would have been killed for it too.
Yep. He doesn't have the killer mentality. He's like, hey, what do you want me to do?
I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I think he's wrong, but I don't agree with the fact. I don't agree with LeBron's being the greatest of all time. I got him at number 2. If people think it's
that's going to be the argument for. That's like the Tom Brady argument. It's going to be.
Nah, there's no Tom Brady argument.
Well, it was for a while.
It was. There still is, but different topic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a different. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people. I'm just saying that that's going to be the barbershop talk, and I think that I don't have a problem with LeBron saying it, and I just think that you
think LeBron's the greatest of all time?
His career's not done yet.
He's not winning no more championships. He's not winning no more championships. He's over.
I don't know. I don't know, Craig. We have to wait till the man's career is done.
He's not.
When his career is done, we'll revisit the conversation.
Only way he'll win another championship is if he gets on Brooklyn or something like that, and he's not the best player on the team. There's no way LeBron James win any more championships, especially in LA. It's not going to happen.
But I'm just saying, I think the media used it to spin it. I don't think there's nothing wrong with it.
It's nothing wrong with it. I just don't agree with it. But people think it's a crime to say LeBron is number 2 or something like that, and it's like, no, you would think I said he was the worst player to ever play the game. I said he's number 2. What is the issue with being number 2? I just don't have him above Jordan. I don't think I ever will put him above Jordan. But it's an argument. You can have the argument. We can have the debate, but you're not gonna.
That's a different show. Oh wait, that is. I watch so much Undisputed. That's brought up so much. I don't even know by the time LeBron's retired if that conversation is still gonna be.
No, because people
is getting to the point where it's like, all right.
Eventually, people are going to forget about Michael Jordan. Eventually,
it's going to have Michael Jordan,
LeBron James. It's going to come to a point in time. People are going to like a lot of these people. Young kids don't even know about Kareem.
Nope.
Like me growing up, I didn't know about Bill Russell. I didn't know about
Bill Russell. Yeah,
Oscar Robertson. I didn't know about these players, but I mean, you do your research on them and you see how they played and stuff like that. And that's just in any sport. You can look at any sport and figure that out. But
we're different. Yeah, I call ourselves sports enthusiasts because I'm a student in the game, so I like to watch old basketball games, old NBA, old NFL. I like the history of it. But you're right. Jordan said it. He said eventually, that's just the way life goes. If they have a 100th anniversary team, people are gonna be saying LeBron because it's 25 years removed, and that's just how it's gonna be. People are always gonna remember Kareem. People are always gonna remember Jordan. People are always gonna remember Bill Russell. But this generation now gonna remember Steph Curry, LeBron, and KD. That's just how it's gonna be.
Actually,
You know what I'm
watching
saying? It's
those
just-
players in their prime is definitely going to shape a lot
Yeah.
of opinions for people
Yeah.
that either weren't alive or weren't old enough to remember watching,
Yeah.
the Bulls in the 90s. Or,
Some people have Steph as the greatest point guard of all time.
Yes, yeah, some people
But
do.
it's just a different. I don't know, man.
Yeah. I got Magic, I got
We
a
have it's just a
I got-
different thing. It's just a conversation. I guess you want to have, but
conversation, man. That's what I'm saying. Man, Steph changed the game of basketball. LeBron changed the game of basketball.
if you have if you have a list and you have somebody like Michael Jordan outside of your top 5, I'm not going to talk to you. We just don't have
no. That's
LeBron outside your top 5. I don't want to talk to
a
you.
little crazy, Greg. That's
We're not gonna discuss anything. I'm just gonna go my way. You're gonna go your way. I'm not even gonna acknowledge you that you're in the room and you're still talking because you've lost all credibility. I have nothing else to say.
That's just pure trolling.
Yeah, that's
some people have said that LeBron's not in their top 5, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to talk.
That's skip.
We can talk about something else. We're not gonna talk about basketball.
Yeah, that's
I
ridiculous.
don't want to do that.
People say it's like, oh, okay.
I heard at least one or two people say they don't have LeBron in the top 5, so I don't want to talk to them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. We can move on to something else.